Well, hey there, folks, and welcome back to another live here on social media where I bring you expert advice to help you have a better business and a better life. Of course, if you are tuning in on any one of my channels, but if you're tuning in on a channel that's not mine, my name is Kim. I am the author of Write and Grow Rich, where I show entrepreneurs how they can supersize their brand, their business, and their bank account by becoming a published author and using their book as a marketing tool to grow their business. Today's topic is probably my number two favorite way to grow your business, which I use my book to do a lot, which is to use speaking to stand out in the crowd, have a greater impact, a greater influence, and make a bigger income in your business. And today we are here with three powerhouse ladies to talk to you all about that amazing topic. And the ability to communicate in a clear and engaging way is a must-have skill for any business professional. You need to be able to present in a way that's relevant to your audience and that gets your message across with clarity and in a compelling and engaging way so that you can sell your ideas, your products, and yourselves more successfully. So let's dive right into the topic matter, because today we're talking about 5 tips to help you use this skill to grow your business. So Carolyn, why don't we start with you? Let us know about what's coming up, what we're going to learn today, and how we're going to deep dive on this a little bit more next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim. So we have the amazing Susanna Baum coming to present at the Grand Connection on September the 24th from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's Pacific Daylight Time. And Susanna Baum really is a presentation skills specialist. She's an executive speech coach, and she's a speaker herself who really supports people to deliver more engaging and compelling presentations and really supporting them to step out in front of audience with confidence, build their business, and really stand out as the leader that they are meant to be. She's been on Global TV News, Breakfast TV, radio, Elle Canada, and she is a contributing writer for Huffington Post. We are so excited that Susanna is going to come and speak for us at the Grand Connection. So Susanna, welcome. Could you tell us just a few tips or ideas that you're going to be presenting on September the 24th at the Grand Connection?
Yes. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Susan, for inviting me to the Grand Connection and for giving me this opportunity to speak to your people about this really, really important topic. And, right before this talk, as we were just chatting, and all of you have said at one time or another that this is such a critical skill to have, presentation skills, but it goes so far beyond, how do you move your body, the body language, the nerves, the gestures. And yet I find that a lot of people approach it as this is something that I have to do. I don't like it, but I have to do it. So let's just get it over with. But so what I'm going to be talking about on the 24th are the different ways that we can really elevate our impact and our influence through speaking. And, the unfortunate reality is many of us just kind of accept that we don't like it. We don't feel comfortable doing it. But really there are some small tips and tricks and insights that can really shift how you look at this so that we no longer have to be held back and sort of hold ourselves back from it, but not only help manage the nerves, but really elevate how you speak to your audience. So, typically when I present, I have a few different audience types and needs that they have. There are those who really struggle with the nerves. And managing and dealing with the nerves and feeling uncomfortable. There are those people who don't necessarily feel so nervous, but they just want to feel better doing it. They know that they do a good enough job, but they know they could be better. So what's missing and what do they need to do? And then the third type is someone who is fairly confident in their speaking. They do it all the time, but they know that they are not reaching the audience in the way that will really give them the impact that they need. So how can you really engage this audience? So on the 24th, I'm going to be, I have about 20 minutes and I'm going to be packing a lot of value into this 20 minutes. Firstly, to speak about how can we reset our mindset in terms of helping us step out before that audience. And again, when I say an audience, sometimes I mean sometimes it's a group and sometimes it's just one person, right? That one person across from you who you need to educate or inspire or persuade or influence. So how can you be more effective in your communications? And it goes beyond the presentation skills per se into how do you really communicate? How do you understand what your audience needs to hear as well, so that you can adjust what you say and adapt to their needs, right? How do you change your message in a way that would be most meaningful and relevant to them? So some of what I'm going to be talking about is how to reset your mindset for the nerves and ensure that you can step out in front of this audience. And that has a lot to do with focusing on your content and how you deliver the content and how you craft it and build it. And as a way to focus instead of focusing on how you feel. Another thing we're going to look at is assessing and understanding the audience. How do we understand the types of people in our audience so that we can understand how to adapt the message to them? What are their communication needs so that we speak in a way that is most relevant and meaningful to them, and we can really connect with them, because that connection is going to make the difference between an influence and an impact and possibly a wasted effort, right? So I want to ensure that nobody is giving presentations with the goal of, let me just get this over with, but instead to look at it as, now I have this opportunity to be in front of one person, two people, 100 or 1,000 people. How am I going to use that time to present the most meaningful message and deliver the best value to them? So those are some of the things I'm going to be addressing, including, and the final thing I'll say right now is, when I said before, we're going to look at the content. How are you delivering the content? Again, it's how do we structure this content so that it is easy for you, the speaker, to present it, and easy for the audience to accept it, right? That doesn't go off on tangents, doesn't give too much information, really just keeps the focus, so that ultimately you, who has all this experience, all this background, all this knowledge to share, can go out and do it with more confidence, knowing that the message that you're sharing and the expertise, your expertise that you've spent your whole life building, that your expertise is being shared in the most meaningful way possible.
Excellent. Thank you. We are so excited, aren't we, Kim?
Right? Oh my God, this is so amazing. I love it. And so if you're sitting here watching, like, I'm not really sure if I want to speak, and speaking kind of makes me want to like throw up a little bit, or like you're like super nervous and you're like, this is not what I want to do. This is exactly where you need to be next Friday, because you're going to learn those tips from Susanna on how to get control of that, how to breathe a little bit, how to feel more at ease before you either get on camera, get on a live stream, or even get on a presentation one-on-one. So whether you're planning on doing video, whether you're planning on live streaming, whether you're planning on speaking in front of a crowd, and whether that's online or whether that's in person. And all these skills will help you even just in one-on-one presentations with people, right? So this is an absolutely vital skill if you are an entrepreneur or business owner. And so I'm super excited to come and learn from you, Susanna. So thank you. I am 100% going to be there on Friday. So Susan, why don't you give us a little bit of a rundown on what's going to happen on Friday, kind of the layout of the meeting? Because by the way, folks, this is not just to come and learn and listen and be talked to. This is an interactive event where you can come and learn to connect, create, and collaborate with other business professionals. So Susan, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going to happen at the event and how people can get involved?
Hi. Oh, Susanna, I need this so much, and our community needs this so much. So here's the times, everybody. We pack a lot in a short amount of time. So it's from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That's 2:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 7:30 p.m. in the UK. The location's on Zoom, so we can all make it there. And it's free for members and friends and you. So this is a free open event. There's going to be networking. We call it Edu networking. And this event also has a mastermind built in where we break out into a smaller group to dive deeper into the topic that Susanna will be presenting. And we're going to have some rounds of networking too. So We're going to be talking about presentation skills that are so critical in everything we do. It's not just, speaking at a webinar or a Zoom meeting. This is also your sales calls and communicating with your team. Join us to become part of our community of like-minded, dedicated business enthusiasts that are committed to what we call grand giving. We bring you the best of the best in speakers, opportunities, and members like yourself. So come here to grow your business, reach your grand potential, and save that date. Register and come to connect, create, and collaborate.
Awesome. So sorry, I'm doing other things in the background here. So anyone who wants to jump in can do that. How about Carolyn? You fly it off here.
Absolutely. So
the registration link in the comments, by the way.
Okay.
So all the links are in the comments. Honestly, whatever you're doing, just cancel it. I mean, we all need this. We all need to be more effective in our presentation skills, how we communicate. Exactly what Susanna, we have to be able to connect with the people that we want to have influence. And that is what we are about, the grand connection. So come and build your ability to connect and learn about how to put your content together in your structure. So we will see you at the Grand Connection on September the 24th. I guarantee you it will be more than worth your time to be there. Thank you.
And we are officially have the registration link in the comments below. So wherever you are watching, whether it is on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or YouTube, we've got the links in the chat or in the comments below. So make sure to clear your schedule. Come and join us where you're going to learn, connect, create, and collaborate. Until next time, though, folks, stay safe, stay strong, and stay positive. Have an amazing rest of your week.